Okay, so we can start off in order and then just go from there. So Gal, I think Gal's X tier.
What tier?
I think Gal's X tier. I think it's one of the best guns in the game. Two-shot kill, good fire rate, has a splat
Yeah.
wall, pretty good special. Um, and not much else to say. It's not the best. I think the Splash-O-Matic and the Sloshing Machine are better, but I still think it's one of the best guns in the game. Twig is like destroying, like I think Twig just destroys with it on a regular basis, so he's the main person I think of when I think of the Gal. Now the .96 is way worse. I don't know where this would go. Didn't you used to use it a while back?
Um.
I think it like B tier, but we can move it around later. Because it shoots kind of slow, it walks kind of slow, and it has bloom. No, I actually kind of like Sprinkler as a sub, so.
Sprinkler, right?
Yeah.
It may be D.
You think it's worse? We'll put it in C for now. We'll compromise. It does have like the really good like damage output. Like it just kills very quickly. It just has bad accuracy. All right, Silver Arrow Spray. I think Silver Arrow Spray is D tier unless you're playing Turf War. It's garbage. Like Reef Slider's not that good. Fizzy Soda Bomb is good, but the main weapon's not good at all. I guess countered by like every single gun here. But I think the Golden Arrow Spray is higher. It has Sprinkler, but also has Booyah Bomb, and Booyah Bomb is pretty good. So you think C tier is fair for the Arrow Spray, the golden one? Yes.
Yeah, C tier.
Do you think it's better than the silver? Do you think it's better than the silver one? Or do you think the silver one is still better?
Yeah. I would say it's better than the silver one.
Okay. Ballpoint. I think that's probably like. I want to put it in C tier, but I think it's better than that. It might be B tier.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Let's put it in B tier now.
We'll put it in B tier for now. Inkjet's a pretty good special, and it's not actually a bad main weapon. I think if it got buffs, it'd be great. Bamboozler. Best sniper in the game, by the way. No. I think Bamboozler's ballpoint level. It got destroyed from Splatoon 2 to Splatoon 3. Like, it's not as good as it used to be. And it's harder to use.
Took out main up.
Yeah, so it's a two-shot kill almost always. And then what sub does it have? Is like Curling Bomb? Or I think it's Splatoon 2.
Let me see. It's Auto Bomb.
Auto Bomb? Okay. I actually kind of like Auto Bomb, but... And then it's Killer Whale, right? I think so. Let's see. Big Swig Roller. I think this is another B tier. I think that the Big Swig's like actually underrated. Because it's like super long range, it pokes, it has the splat wall and the vacuum cleaner, so like for splat zones, it can just literally camp and pressure you, and you can't do much about it because it inks really well. So it's really easy to use, and it's pretty good.
I'm not sure if it should go in B, because splat zones is really the only mode it can do.
Okay, that actually is very true. Yeah, like okay, never mind.
Everything else it kind of suffers on, so it might be probably C.
Yeah, okay, that's true. I forgot that it's kind of only good at splat zones. Alright, regular blasters. I think this is another B tier. Like, it has Big Bubbler, which is good, Auto Bomb, which is good, and it's a pretty good main weapon. Just, average.
Yeah.
I think Blob Lobber's also B. I think Blob is pretty good. There's another sprinkler weapon.
Yeah,
and Ink Storm. But the Blob Lobber, it has a ton of damage. It's not hard to use. It inks very well. Okay, so I think that the Carbon Roller Deco is at least A tier. It has an amazing kit.
Yeah.
Like burst bomb combos with it really well. It's fairly long range, not very, but it beats out like some guns like the Splash Shot Junior, which is pretty popular. No, I think
Yes.
the regular Carbon Roller is C tier. I think that gun's garbage.
Yeah. It got a bad kit.
Yeah, it's like Auto Bomb Zipcaster, which I actually saw a regular Carbon the other day. I don't know why they're not playing Deco, but I mean, I guess you like Zipcaster. I don't think Zipcaster's that good personally. I think Zipcaster's actually pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay, time for my favorite gun, the Clash Blaster. This is a C tier for me. I think it's better than the Aerospray, honestly, because like nobody can fight it, but I think it's the worst gun. I hate it so much. Like I already told you today, like how much like of the one-shot kill matters, how much aim matters, how much DPS and pain output matters, and it's just bad at all these things. And how many like mindless class flashers you see walking around just holding down ZR hoping for kills? A lot. Class flasher's bad. Alright, I'm gonna have to ask
Uh,
you on this. I'm gonna have to ask you, well, do you think it should be in a different tier?
I feel like it's probably C tier.
Yeah, I think C
Uh,
tier is good.
it has point sensor, which isn't that good.
It can charge in the air though. And like as
Yes,
a
it
one
can.
shot kill, it's not that short. It's not like super short range. But yeah, I think point sensor is the main problem with it. It has big bubble, which is pretty good. I think it's B tier. You don't see that much of it, but I think that like in a different meta, it'd be a lot better.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I mean, you've played it way more than I have, so and it's hard to use. We could put like high C tier. We can sort these later and put it at the top of C tier.
yeah,
Okay, I think the new Splash Shot Junior is broken. At least it's at least high A tier, maybe S tier. The fact that like everyone will always know where you are is kind of annoying. I think it's S tier. Like you can throw
yeah.
two
I would
two
prefer.
torpedoes, wave breaker. It's kind of annoying, not hard to use. There's so many of them. We just played a game where there were 3 of them. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
S tier. I think it's a very good gun, and it's easy to pick up. I think it's a very good solo queue weapon. Okay, regular dapples. I think this is a C tier gun. Squid beacon's
yeah.
okay.
Probably.
Tactical is not good. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, I think the Nouveaux are better. I think they're B tier
Yeah.
because they have like Let's see.
The only problem is Reefer is kind of like super bad.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, if you're not done with it, like I played the Silver Aerospray one day just for fun, like, and I was actually getting coffee kills with Reef Slider because if you don't do dumb stuff, it's actually not bad. The problem is when you like go straight into their
Yeah.
spawn and everyone just walks away, and then you're stuck there with like your 90 frames of end lag, and there's nothing you can do. That's the
Yeah,
problem
it's
with it.
so punishable
Yeah,
because
but
it
if you're
doesn't
yeah.
destroy bombs either.
Yeah, that's also a problem. And you do the thing with the Rainmaker where you just shoot it where it's going to end with a Rainmaker and you don't have to look at it again. It's just dead. And also the armor starts up a little bit late on it. Like, you know how like they'll start it up and you can see the Reslider actually comes out, but you can still kill them because the armor's not out yet. That's also a
Yeah.
problem with it. So here's another gun that's Reef Slider, the Tetras. I think Tetras are A tier. I think the gun's amazing. I think the kit's not that good. Like Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
You're like a connoisseur of the Tetra release. Okay, so Tetras without quick respawn. What tier is that? Like without quick respawn,
Um,
what tier would they be?
without quick respawn, probably maybe low C, maybe D.
So, okay, so basically if you're not using quick respawn, then the gun's trash. But I think it is pretty good with the quick respawn. You can go in, even if you die like 6 times, you'll finally get a quad, then your team just wins.
Mm-hmm.
It has an okay bomb. I actually started to learn to love auto bomb back when I used a blaster. So, the squelchers. I think the squelchers are pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Like they're not hard. They have good paint output. They don't have bad damage. They're hard to hit and they're very long range. They're good for like every mode but tower control. And actually, they're not bad at tower control because they have a pretty good bomb. Well, they have a very good bomb and they have wave breaker.
Yeah.
I think
They got
I think low A tier. But I might move them later depending. Dynamo. I think Dynamo's A tier actually. This is a hot take. I think Dynamo is broken. Like if it had a kit that actually did stuff, it would be very very good. Because like the horizontal swing kills from a ridiculous range. The vertical swing's not that good, but it doesn't ink badly, and it's good for like finishing off kills and stuff. So I think it's kind of really really good. I'm thinking A tier, but maybe it's high B.
Yeah. Well, because it can aim well, you can spam tacticalers, which is pretty useful.
Yeah, and like if the meta slowed down at all, or just tacticalers became a thing, then it would be better. So maybe in the future we'll see more tacticalers, and then the Dynamo would be a good gun. Okay, E-Leader. I think E-Leader's X tier. E-Leader's actually not that hard to play, and its kit's very good for it. Even though it got nerfed, it wasn't that bad. It's like 10 more points to charge special, but it's super long range. The charge time isn't bad, and since there's no ink armor, it just kills people now. Like, the only armor you get in this game is squid rolls, and I've never gotten sniped during a squid roll. I don't think ever. So, I think it's X tier. I think it's really good.
Yes.
And it destroys the Hydra Splatling. As a Splatling man, I can tell you how annoying this gun is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and it probably destroys the Explosher too, which is the next gun. I think the Explosher is A tier though. Like high A tier.
Yeah.
Like 90 damage per
Maybe-
shot's pretty good.
Maybe S tier. I like the
Oh.
Explosher a lot. The only problem is that it has point sensor.
Yeah, I
But
think yeah.
You can spam ink storms, which is really good.
Yeah, especially with that gun, because
But-
since it does 90 damage now, it makes it have to like one shot very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's-
Consumption isn't very good,
Yeah.
but with what's it called? Let's see.
Ink Saver main.
Last ditch effort.
Oh yeah, Last Ditch
Ink
Effort
Saver
too.
main, last, yeah, that it complements it well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ink Saver main actually gets like extra effect on it, so and it's very good at inking. I think for splat zones it's really good. I think another thing that makes me not want to put it in S tier is that it's not as good at modes like Rainmaker. Like it's like the best at splat zones. Like you have to have it for splat zones. Like it's good, but for every other mode it's just okay. Well, not okay. It's still really
A
good.
tier, I would agree
Yeah,
with.
I think it's high A tier. I think Flings is S tier because of missiles. Like in the lower ranks, I don't think it's that good. Like solo queue, maybe not that good, but for like team battles, like if you watch tournaments, they all have a Flings roller. Because it's the best missile gun right now. Because it's the best compromise between missile spam and an actual good main weapon, and it has mines, I believe, right?
Yes.
Mines are good. Like for splat zones, mines are very good because if they throw a booyah bomb, it helps ink the booyah bomb while it's like filling up the thing. So it point sensors people. I think it's S tier. Like, maybe not in lower ranks, but in competitive play, it's a very good gun. Alright. The
Yes.
next two are my mains. The Forge Flower Shot Pro. I think this is a B tier. Maybe A tier. I'm on the fence about that. It's pretty good range. The kit's pretty good, you know, suction bomb, booyah bomb. The only problem is its DPS isn't that good. The squeezer has the same DPS and more range, and the gal and the splash-o-matic, which are like the two most prevalent weapons in the game right now, deal more damage, and they're not that different on range. Maybe low A tier. I really like it. I think it's underrated though. It's also super popular and not that hard to use. Do you die to it a lot? Like,
I
is it...
don't.
I don't feel like I die to that gun that much, but it's probably because I play it.
And I don't hate the kit.
Yeah, the kit's... That's why I started playing it, because the kit seemed pretty fun, and it is very fun. And it's good at all the modes. Like, I can pick it up for, like, any map mode, because it's just really good. So it's never like, oh, I can't play this gun as this stage or mode. It's like, suction bombs are great for tower control. Booyah bomb's great for tower control. For Rainmaker, Booyah bomb is great. Suction bomb's good at slowing down the push. Suction bomb's just really good. So I think it's A tier.
Isn't it the same as the Splatoon 2 one?
Splatoon 2 had Splat Bomb, Booyah Bomb. So it's close, but not quite the same.
Okay.
Gluga Doolies. I think Glugas are low B tier. Maybe high C tier at best. I think they're underrated again, but they, you know, have kind of a bad fire rate. And they can't shoot while they're dodge rolling, unlike some Doolies in Tetris. So you have to, and it's so hard. You have to position yourself so perfectly, because once you're in turret mode, you're stuck there. Like, you gotta make it work.
Like,
what are you saying?
oh, I like how you can throw a splat wall and then dodge.
Yeah, that
and
is
then
useful.
You have cover, like you can shoot people.
It's like the gal though, like, you know, but the gal's just better. And it doesn't do booyah bombs that well. I use special charge up with it, so I actually used a lot more booyah bombs, but if I didn't, you wouldn't see very many. And I do like how it can destroy some of the more short range guns, like it outranges them, and once you're in turret mode, it has good enough DPS to be kind of threatening, and if you can sneak up on them, like get the jump on them, it's good. And I think it's really good with like the stealth jump, which is very popular, because then you not only have the stealth jump, you can dodge roll afterwards. So I think it's pretty useful. I think it's an okay gun. I think it's like kind of not good at tower control. I don't think dualies are good at tower control in general.
Yes.
And I think the double shoot mode's almost useless. Like, I've almost never killed people with that mode. The only time I do it is when I actually need to walk while shooting. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do this. Which is very rarely. No, also, I think they're a little bit better in this game, like, just because MPU's not a thing. So, like, you know, you couldn't step in enemy ink for a second, otherwise you get one-shotted by the bamboozler, but now that's not a thing. So you can dodge roll through ink and be a little bit less, you know, in danger. GooTuber. I think GooTuber is C tier. It has Torpedo, which is a good sub. It has Tentamissiles, which is a good special, but, like, if you want Tentamissiles, just play the Reflux or, Flingser Roller. And if you want Torpedoes, play the Splattershot Jr. If you just like playing Chargers, play Squidifer. So it's like a mix of those three guns, but it's worse at all three things.
Would GooTuber be good with Torpedo, though?
It would if it actually had range, but it's literally like shorter range than the Squidifer. And, okay, so you can't... Ninja Squid's like the most popular ability right now. And you can't use Ninja Squid with it because it makes you glow if you want to store your charge. So you can't be sneaky, like, and I don't think it's a good main weapon at all. I actually kind of like to play GooTuber. We have like fond memories playing GooTuber together, but I just don't think it's that
Yeah.
good. Like, in Splatoon 2 it
Um.
was just terrible, but in this game it's a little bit better, but still pretty bad. You have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I agree. The only thing is, it has Pentamissile.
That is true. Tentacle
I'm
is broken.
not sure. I'm not. Uh, I'm not sure if that's a good thing because it doesn't ink very well,
Yeah. It's not bad at inking, I
and
guess.
yeah, it has 200p before special, like
Okay.
points for special.
That's average. Okay,
But yeah, I
so
think it's a pretty good gun.
okay, we'll do low B tier. I don't think it's better than the
Yeah.
glue gun. I think the glue guns are underrated, so I think it's okay. I think B tier is fair. Okay, let's just do the L3 and the H3 together. I think they're both trash. I think they're both D
Yes.
tier. Like, I've only died to, like, I
I
don't think I've ever died to the L3 in Splatoon 3, and I've only died to the H3 like 3 times. Like, it's just not that good. I don't even know what
which
special.
one?
I don't even know what special L3 has. That's how bad it is, or how little I see of it.
Alfred has crab tank.
Okay, wow.
Uh,
Okay, Crab Tank's a broken special though.
which one would you say is worse though?
I think the L3 is actually worse.
Really? I think
Yes. Okay.
H3 is worse.
I figured we'd disagree on that. Crab Tank is broken. But I think the L3 as a main weapon in Splatoon 3 is so bad since MPU is gone, because it has bloom when you jump, unlike the Splash-O-Matic. It's like the same range as the Splash-O-Matic, and I don't think it one-shots. So it pretty much has, like, I think I was talking to Carson the other day, and he was talking about, like, it has all these problems. It has jump RNG, it doesn't have the best damage per second. It inks pretty well, I think. But that's about it. The only reason I
Yeah,
think the
it
H-Lee's
doesn't one
better,
shot. It only does 87.
the only reason I think the H-Lee better is because it one-shots. But I think the H-Lee's
Yeah.
terrible. But I can understand people
Yeah, they're
thinking
both
L.
good.
I also might be biased because I've actually never. I don't think I've ever died to the L3, so I can't remember being like, okay, maybe it's okay. We'll leave it like that. I actually might. Do you think the aerospray is better than the nozzle noses? They're definitely easier. I think the aerospray is probably worse.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, okay, we're gonna get to some good guns now. I think the Splatling is at least A tier, high A tier.
Yeah, I like that.
Good special. The sub's not so good, but I mean it's kind of an okay shield, I guess. It helps ink too. Not the worst, but I think the main weapon's really good in this game. I think it's stepped up a little bit. I've been seeing a lot more of it. It has good range, good damage, it has good turf output, and again, it's one of those guns you can play in any mode. Like with tower control, you can play Splatling. Clampless, you can play Splatling. Splatzes, you can play Splatling. Rainmaker, you can still play Splatling. So, I mean, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better than the Tetra release?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think it's worse than the Carbon Roller, though. Well, actually, maybe not. Because this gun's better, like, for a team player. Like, it's not as limited to, solo queue. Very specific maps and modes. Because Carbon Roller is bad on some maps. Like Hammerhead Ridge, it'd be terrible there. So I think that's right. We'll have to reorganize this later, but Hydra, I don't know whether I put this like S tier or high A tier. I think Hydra is very good.
I would do. Yeah, I would do A tier. I mean S tier.
I think it's. I'll put it under
I like
Frieza.
special. Autobomb's pretty good.
For
It
this
has
gun, Autobomb's
190p,
pretty
like for
good.
special.
Oh, that's actually very good. And then I've never had ink problems. Like it uses a lot of ink, but not too much. Like it's good. It's very good for Rainmaker. I think so. Like the only problem with it is making pushes, but initially when you're just fighting over the Rainmaker, like it's just dead. And on flat open
Especially
stages, its only problem is like the E-liter, and then like Tentamissiles and maybe the killer whale. But other than that, like if it's getting set up and the team is putting on pressure, this gun's broken. The only problem is like, and this is for solo queue, obviously. If you're coordinating, it's a lot easier. But like, as long as people aren't pressuring you too much, you're not getting harassed that much. It's very good. If it's getting pressured, it's like a terrible gun, like one of the worst in the game because it's slow and not that much damage. But if it's setting up, it's very good.
yeah.
Okay, ink brush. Remind me what subs and specials these two have. I know the new one has hammer.
Let me see real quick. I know the other ink brush it has
Splat
Killer
bomb
Whale?
and killer whale. Yeah, I think that's actually better than the other one. Because like hammer and what else?
Which one's better?
What?
Which one's better?
I think the one with the killer whale's better.
Yeah.
Because hammer's so bad. Like hammer's at the point where it was like Splatoon 2. I just shoot at it. I don't run away from it. Like Splashdown was. Like I see a hammer. If they're not throwing it, then I'm like, you're a joke, and I would like just literally swim around them and kill them. Because hammers, like, they're either the kind who just throw it immediately or just try to chase you down stamping. They don't try to, like, jump swing. They don't try to, like, mix up their movements. So, hammer, like, is normally pretty bad. And it just doesn't work half the time. So, what sub does it have, though? I'm about to look it up.
It has ink bind.
Oh, okay. And that's not bad. I think this one's high B tier, and I think this one's high C tier.
Yeah.
I mean, for like Clan Blitz, I hate to say this, but it is kind of annoying to deal with sometimes, especially when your teammates just don't have brains. I don't have problems hitting it, but like most people just let it run around and do whatever the heck it wants. If you can mash fast, it's a very good weapon. Okay, here's one that we've both played a little bit. I think you played more, the Jet Squelcher. I think it's underrated. I think it's actually kind of broken. Not a lot of broken, just a little broken. I think high B tier.
I would. Yeah, B tier. Like high B, low A. That area.
I guess Inkvac's good. The only problem is it has a stupid like point sensor, but the line version. Angle shooter, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Which I think angle shooters.
If it
had burst bomb, it'd be broken. It's probably why they didn't give it burst bomb. But I think Inkvac's really, really good. I think Inkvac was better early game Splatoons. Like, if this was a tier list for early game Splatoon, this gun was actually a lot better. Because remember how annoying Inkvac used to be when we first started playing? Like, I hated it so much. But it's died down a lot, which is nice. So, but I think Inkvac's still very good. And then we got Luna. I think the new one's better than the old one because I think this is. I kind of think Zipcaster's really bad. Like I've never played against someone who makes Zipcaster scary. Like I've seen like Chara videos and he's good with it, but I think it's pretty bad on average.
I agree.
I'm putting it like I think it's generally worse than the Clash Blaster. Well. No, okay, I'll put it there. And then this one I think this one might also be C tier. Just higher up. Does that sound fair? I think they're both.
What does that one have?
It's a fizzy soda bomb and hammer, which hammer is actually not bad for it. I don't think it kind of lets it, have like a burst option, like a hammer throw. That's okay, especially against Hydra Splatlings are so dumb. Like I see so many Hydra Splatlings who like don't realize that when I have a hammer, I'm aiming for them because they're slow and an easy target, and chargers sometimes.
Yeah.
So, and Fizzy Soda Bomb's just a good sub, and I think it combos pretty well with the weapon. Because you can, like, swim with it, and it's pretty good. Okay, Mini Splatling. The only problem is, I think we're missing the new Mini Splatling. No, never mind, it's down there. What does Mini Splatling even have?
I don't think it's very good.
Neither do I. I think it's probably...
It has Burst Bomb and Ultra Stamp.
I actually never see this gun. Ultra Stamp's kind of bad. I think Burst Bomb's actually okay with it. I want to put D tier because I literally never see it. I've never died to it, but I think it's probably better than the other guns, so I can put C tier.
The only problem is I wouldn't say it combos well with Burst Bomb because that's the charge, and it has a short charge time, but still.
It does, and it actually has good movement, especially like on uninkable surfaces. And its range isn't bad either. The main weapon's not bad.
Yeah.
No, the other one's way better. Here it is. I think this one's maybe B, low A. It's actually really good. Because it has Big Bubbler, which is really good for this gun, because it allows it to charge again. And once this gun's charged, it's actually really good. Especially tower control, good at tower control. Toxic Mist isn't bad for it either. Toxic Mist is pretty bad, but it's not the worst. So you think
I
this
would
one...
probably put it low B.
Low B?
Yeah, low B. Would you agree to that?
I think it's...
Maybe.
I think it's higher B. I think it's actually not bad.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll put it above the Double Doolies though. The Double Doolies Nouveau. Okay, here's the controversial one, the NZAP. It has Suction Bomb, which is good. It has good pain output. It has good damage per second, or at least not bad. But it's not the best. I'll say it's probably another B tier.
When Splatoon 3 first came out, what tier did they put it on? Because I feel like it was really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Tacticooler died down. Like at the very beginning, we were so used to like running a support weapon all the time. Like with like ink armor, like something like ink armor. So we did Tacticooler, and I saw like videos where people do like 4 Tacticoolers, for the memes. But I really don't think it's that good anymore. Because, again, it makes Ninja Squid not work. It turns off your Ninja Squid. So if you're trying to be sneaky, you just can't do that anymore. You gotta rely on your new movement. I think it's low B tier. Maybe mid B tier.
Yeah.
Okay, Nautilus. I think Nautilus is B tier. I think the main weapon's insane. I think the sub and special are terrible for it. But I think the main weapon's just so good, it's low B tier. Maybe, well, no, maybe a high C tier, because that's kind of important. Because the Nautilus is predictable now, because you know it literally has to shoot at you because there's no other options. You've played more Nautilus than I have, though, so...
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I think C tier, high C tier. Okay, Octobrush. I think Octobrush is, it's either low A tier or high B tier. I think Octobrush is very good. It's the only gun that makes... It's one of the only ones that makes Zipcaster good, I think.
I think Inkbrush is better, though.
No way. Octobrush is, like, slower, but it has, like, way more range. What sub does it have? Like suction bomb? Suction bomb's good.
Yeah.
I don't struggle fighting Ink Brush. I think Octobrush is easier to play as well.
Yeah.
And Octobrush is safer, you know? Like, Octobrush is less of a commitment wherever it goes, because it can kind of poke from a further distance and then just leave if things get bad. And then it has Zipcaster, you know?
We should have had a different special, though.
I think Zipcaster's actually not bad for it. I want to put it, like, low A tier. I think it's really good. Like, I think it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hard is the thing. And, like, for Clan Blitz, everyone plays Octobrush for a reason, because nobody has learned to deal with it, even in, like, S+. And X is not as big a deal, but, you know. Okay, Range Blaster. I have a love-hate relationship with this gun. Love, because I used to main it at the very beginning of the game. Hate, because now I don't main it, and I hate people who do main it. For tower control, best gun in the game, literally. It's really good for tower control. I think it's A tier. I think it's like A tier up here.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really good. Like, the sub and the special are designed for tower control.
I kind of want to move Ink Brush low A. Because I think the Killer Whale 5.1 would pair nicely with it. Like,
That's
if you can
true.
use it correctly.
It's one of the best with that
like,
special.
Put it below.
Yeah, I
put
moved
it
it.
below Octobrush.
I think the only problem with it is, like, the short-range weapons in the meta. Because, like, you know, it's all very short-range, so it has a lot more trouble. Okay, Rapid Blaster. I think this is, like, low B, maybe high C. It's really good at, like, tower control, and that's about it. In Splatoon 2, it was, like, the best blaster, but now it's just okay. Actually, I might put it C tier. I really don't think... I used it, or I dabbled with it at the beginning of the game, but it just wasn't that good. Sub's okay. It's not that good with Ink Strike.
The Pro, though, I think it'd be
the Pro's good. I think the Pro's like
B, maybe A.
I think the Pro's A. You don't see very much of it, but I think it's actually kind of broken.
Like, back would be nice because you can, and it only has 180p for special.
That's actually very good. And Toxic Mist is actually not bad with this gun. We did double Rapid Blaster Pro that one time. That actually doesn't work that badly. Except when they got close. Then it's kind of terrible, but I think I watched this Splatoon 2 tournament, and this was back when the Rapid Blaster Pro was just not a thing. And it was towards the end of the meta where there were like two Kenza .52 gals on each team. And he was using the Rapid Blaster Pro, and he was destroying with it. I think this guy's a ton of potential, just nobody uses it because it's hard.
Yeah, I think if you coordinate nicely, like, because it does 85 if you do direct hit.
Yeah.
With the shooter, it's one shot.
Yeah, any shooter, like arrow spray, it literally combos now. So I think it's actually very good, but I'm not gonna put it S yet because nobody uses it. Especially in the, like, maybe like high X rank you might see a few, but like, you know, down low nobody uses it because it's hard. Okay, Reflux. I think Reflux is A tier because of missiles. That's it. I think Curly Bomb's also a okay, like, escape option. Like, oh no, there's somebody here, let me just run away. Because, like, you know, a hitbox and ink, so I think it's mid to high A tier just because of missiles. That's my only reason. Okay, both sloshers. Yeah, just missiles. Like, without missiles, it's bad. Both sloshers, I think they're both not that good. I used to main the slosher too. That was like the only gun I really liked towards the end of Splatoon 2. That wasn't the gal.
The Dago is garbage. The is so bad.
I think
shooter.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think I get what you're saying. Yeah. When you said it out loud, I was like, okay, that's pretty bad. I think the idea behind it was really cool. Like, you know, the sub combos with it and their marks, so now you can go kill them. But Slosher was kind of struggling in this game anyway, so then they give it that kit, and it's just not that good. I think it's C tier, like bottom of C tier. And I think the other Slosher is
Yeah.
like mid C tier, like above like the Luna Blaster, and that's about it. I really want it to be better because I loved the Slosher. It was so much fun. Like, it was very rewarding gun to play. Um, and it had a lot of interesting kits back in Splatoon 2, but now it's just not that good. Okay, sloshing machine, that's X tier. No one needs me to explain to them why the sloshing machine is X tier. I think it's the top of X tier right now that we have. Yeah, I used to main it back in Splatoon 2. I keep saying that. Like, I went through phases. I went through so many phases. That's how I got to X. It's not that. It's actually surprisingly easy to play. Good range, good damage, amazing kit. Like in Splatoon 2, it was like really, really good, and the kit wasn't as good as it is now. So it got nerfed a little bit, but that was because it was broken. It still is. So I don't need to say more about it though. It's really, really good. Okay, the Snipe Rider. I want to put this in D tier. I think it's irrelevant.
Yeah, I like the idea they had, but like, it just didn't come out well.
It's like the Bamboozler, but bad. It can't ink. I've never seen it do anything well. It doesn't kill well. It doesn't ink well. What sub does it have?
Sprinkler.
Okay, definitely B. I'm definitely D tier. Okay, here's another one. This Blue Showmatic is X tier, easily. It's the best gun in the game right now, by far. Actually, I might just make a new tier for this Sploosh. That's how good it is. I think it deserves its own tier. Oh, I deleted X tier is what I did.
And as doing that, do you want to talk about the what's it called?
You didn't see it. That's how good it is. Yeah. Okay. So
I would say it belongs high A.
I think it's high A. I think both Stampers are very good. I think this one's a little bit better. Now, okay, I will say, I think the Wiper has a better main weapon than the Stamper. Would you agree with that?
A better main what?
I think the Wiper is a better main weapon than the Stamper. I die to the Wiper itself more than the Stamper. The only problem with it is it has hammer.
Yeah.
I think this is the only other gun that makes Zipcaster good. Yeah, I think it makes
speed.
Yeah. No, the strafing speed is ridiculous. It's like faster than walking speed on most guns. So I think they're both A tier. I think this one's a little bit worse. But the Stamper's very good. Okay, Brella. I think Brella's low C tier. I'm not gonna put it D tier because the Brella can be annoying. Yeah. Like I've never it's not bad with special output. I mean, it's pretty bad, but not the worst. And does it have like sprinkler?
Can we go ahead and rate the undercover Brella?
Yes.
I feel like it just is F.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
F.
It's so bad. Like
it's like the lowest DPS gun in the game. Bad. And then it has Reef Slider. I think Reef Slider is the worst special in the game. And then what sub does? Is it an Ink Mine?
The shield didn't do that much for you either.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, no, the shield is like, 4 shot by the Splash Shot Pro and then it's gone. And if you're using, like, I think it's also like Rainmaker undercover Bella is actually the worst because in Rainmaker people use Object Shredder and then your Bella's just gone. Like, against any Splatling, this
Yeah.
Bella's just dead because you can't move and you can't ink anything. So, what sub does it have?
Ink mine.
Okay, no, it's generally the worst gun in the game. Yeah, I'm glad we got that out of the way. It's bad. Splat Charger. I think Splat Charger's mid A tier.
Yeah.
Splat Bomb's good. Ink Vac's good. Good range. Good damage. Good gun overall.
Real quick, would you say the Dually Squelchers, do you think they should maybe be an S tier?
The Julie, I don't think so. I think they're good, but I don't think they're that good. I think they don't do enough
Yeah.
damage because there's some guns that do a lot of damage. I think they're good. But they're not the best. Splat dualies. You probably think they're better than I do. I think the splat dualies kind of suck. I think they're like high C tier.
I'm not sure. They have a crap.
Yeah,
tank,
that's the
which is
only.
good. They have
And they have
Splat
like okay. Is it section bomb or splat bomb?
Section bomb, but
Okay, I'll do low B. I just don't. I've never thought the regular splat dualies were any good. They have crab tank, which is like the only good thing about them. Like that's actually just it. You can like, maybe try to convince me that they're better, but I've always thought that they were bad, and I don't think I've died to them very often. But they're pretty popular guns, so that makes me think that they're not good. Because if you're gonna play the dualies, just go ahead and play Sploosh if you want the stupid crab. I'm actually glad. I'm glad they put crab on. I'm glad they put crab on all the bad weapons because then this game would not be fun. Okay.
yeah.
Just play a level.
Here's one. A splat
Okay.
roller. I think splat roller is high B. Maybe A.
Are you? I feel like it belongs in A.
Okay, I think you're right. I think you can convince me.
Like curling, but its kit is really good.
Yeah, curling bomb's not bad for it at all.
Yeah.
And big bubbler is very good. Actually, yeah, it's pretty dang good. I'd be willing to put it like right with the Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's actually it's very good. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. The splat roller is actually kind of the splat roller is really good actually. Okay, regular splatter shot. I think regular. Which one do you think is better? Okay, actually, this is the hardest part of this tier list by far. Which splatter shot is better?
Which one? I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played that much of the tank deck, like at all.
So you think it's the other one?
I don't know. Is Ink Strike good?
Ink Strike's like good at tower control and maybe a few other things. Ink Strike's I think harder to use. Although it took me a lot of work to get good at triple Inkzuka. I think they're both really good. And they both have a really good bomb. I personally think the regular one's actually still better. I think they're both X tier though. Does that sound fair? Or do you think this one's A, the Tentatek?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, Splattershot Junior. I think Splattershot Junior's... It might be S tier. I think this gun's really good.
Yeah.
Splat Bomb, it can throw 2 Splat Bombs. It's the same thing as the other Splattershot Junior, I just think the other one's better. For tower control, this gun's really good. Okay, I think this gun's terrible, but I see everyone doing good with it. The Splash Shot Nova.
Yeah,
The special's okay. The sub's actually not bad
that's
with it because it's designed to let you know where people are. I think it's low A tier, but I think it's terrible. Like I hate everything about it. Like, but it's good. I think it's bad, but I know it's actually good. If that makes sense. Like the Class Blaster, I think the Class Blaster is F tier, but I know it's better than that.
okay. The gun does 5-shot, which
Is
is that
terrible.
other than like the air spray.
That's actually the
Other than the
worst.
air spray, is that the only shooter
That's
that
five
5
shots.
shots?
Yes, it is. But it has actually okay range. The Bloom is terrible though.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Like, it has point sensor too.
I might put it B tier. The only point, it
Yeah.
makes point sensor look better than it actually is because it just like spams point sensors. So I've had games where
Yeah, it's
also
actually really
point
annoying.
sensor when there's like 9 of them, it messes up my vision. Like I cannot see. So that's actually a good thing about it. Okay, Splash Shot Pro. I think this is like low B tier, maybe high C tier. Main weapon's not that good. Special weapons trash. Crab tank, but again, just play Sploosh. I mean, just play Splash. I just realized I put Sploosh instead of
Okay,
Splash.
do you agree with me on this? If it had a different sub, it would be really, really good.
No. Well, yes. Okay, I do. Never mind. Because Crab Tank is very, very good. If it had a different sub, it'd probably be A tier. The main weapon, like, it's just the Splash is just better. No matter how you look at it, the Splash is just that gun, but better. No jump RNG, more DPS, better paint. So, like, why would you play Splash Shot Pro?
Yeah.
I ask myself whenever I die to a Splash, I'm like, why do I play Splash Shot Pro? So, yeah. Okay, Sploosh-O-Matic. I think Sploosh-O-Matic's low D tier. I think it's terrible. I think it's always been
Yeah,
terrible,
it's
and
not
Sploosh
good.
mains have yet to realize that. I think it's like the
Um,
second worst gun in the game.
yeah, probably. I would say that.
Okay, Squeezer. I think Squeezer's
Okay.
still okay, but it's not the best. It has good range. It has a good
Yeah,
special.
I like the slash wall. I
I think
don't
it's
see it as much though.
yeah. It's because it's not as good as it used to be. I think it's low A tier.
Yeah, I like that.
Tenterbrella. I think Tenterbrella is actually underrated. I think Tenterbrella is kind of broken still. Because I was using Object Shredder Hydra Splatling, and the Hydra Splatling takes like an hour to break the shield, and it's still like one shots. So if your aim is good, this gun's broken for clambless, and kind of it's broken for clambless and tower control, I'd say. Because you can use Ink
Yeah,
Vac
I like
and
that.
you can use Ink Vac and Brella Shield in clambless, and no one will actually ever be able to touch you or your shield ever again. Unless you get hard flanked, then you're not dead. You get to go wherever you want to go for free. It's like a bus ticket. You just pay and then you get to go wherever you want. Easy. So
Okay.
I think it's
It
probably
uses a
B tier.
pink like crazy though.
That is true. It is one of the worst. If you use Ink Saver Man, it's okay. It's a campy gun.
Yeah.
Does it have Squid Beacon? Or is it Splat Wall?
Mhm.
Okay, Squid Beacon.
Yeah,
Squid Beacon's actually pretty good. Like I don't personally use I've never really used Squid Beacon before, but I see the advantages of it if one, you're good at placing them, and two, your teammates will actually use them. Now, if you're gonna be like that guy who put all three in one spot, then jump to the middle one each time, I mean that's just not smart.
yeah.
That's literally the definition of putting all your eggs in one basket, and that's very easy to break with a suction bomb. So I think it's maybe mid B tier. I think it's better than I think it's better than all those guns. I think it's better than Blob Lobber.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fair.
Tri-Slosher. I think Tri-Slosher is high B tier. I think it's easy, and I think it's pretty. I think it's easy. I think it's good. I think its kit's just not that
Yeah.
good. But it's an easy slosher, does good damage. Inkjet's not bad, also because people have forgotten how to deal with Inkjet because no one
They
uses it.
have.
Okay, this is gonna be a hot take, but I think Tri-Stringer is low C. I think if you're gonna play a charger, why would you pick this gun? You're making me lose games. Please stop. I think it's better than some of these though. I
I
think
will
it's
say, if like I've seen people who are really good with it, it's actually slightly scary.
it is
Like
very
if they
annoying.
use it
Okay,
perfectly.
maybe low B tier, maybe higher B tier, right here. I guess it's better than a tent umbrella. I just don't think it's that good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want to edit it because don't want my final product to be something I don't like. The one that I'm looking at right now, Splattershot Junior, the regular one. Do you think it should be moved? I don't know if it's better than the regular Splat. I don't know if it's better than some of these guns. I might want to do this,
Which
right?
one?
The Splattershot Junior.
Yeah, I would say that's perfectly fair.
I also don't know if the Hydra Splat. Well, the Hydra Splat, I guess, is pretty good for solo queue. I mean, for like a team thing, it probably is not that good, but I think the Hydra's pretty good now. I want to reorganize A tier though. Do you see any guns in B tier that should be in A tier? Like same thing, and they just say, "Hey, that's actually pretty good."
Not really.
I want to move the brush back down to B tier. Actually, I want to put it
Back down to
below.
B.
I want to put it below all those guns. I really don't think it's
Okay.
good. Like it's okay. It is kind of hard to aim at sometimes, but the problem is whenever you're actually attacking me, you have to just stand there, and you can jump, and that's about it. I think Octobrush is actually pretty good though, but I don't know how you feel about it. I think it's probably one of the best. It's one of the only two weapons that makes Zipcaster good. That and the Stamper, or yeah, the Stamper.
I feel like maybe this Plasma Wiper should go high B. Mainly because it's Stamper, and I think, or not Stamper, Hammer.
Yeah. Because I really don't.
I think
I really
Stamper's
don't.
better, mainly and everything.
Yeah, that is true. The only thing I think is better, I think the Stamper is more. I'm this. I can't. These are such confusing guns. I hate the fact they did it to me. The Wiper, I think, is better than the Stamper as a main weapon. Like, I think something about the way it shoots at me is just really annoying and hard to deal with. And I can't put my finger on it. It's just
Yeah.
annoying. But yeah, I think top of B is good. I might want to move the
Stamper, what were we saying?
Well, I think the Tri-Slosher needs to go down. The more I think about it, the more I think the Tri-Slosher is kind of garbage.
Yeah.
And I think the Blaster is better than all these guns. I think the Blaster is a little bit better than some of those. So is the Reflux. I think the Reflux is... The Reflux is probably a high B. It inks so well.
Yeah.
Do you think the Tentatek Splattershot is actually X tier? Or do you think it's like high S? Because I'm actually thinking the custom...
I was actually thinking the same thing.
I think the custom Splattershot Junior is actually better. Like
I
low
was
key, I
thinking
think
the
is better.
exact same thing. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's better. No, I know you were talking about the Dually Squelchers earlier. I still think the Dually Squelchers are pretty good. So, I mean, do you think they're better than the Tetris? Like, be honest. Do
They're
you think they're better
what?
than? Do you think the Dually Squelchers are better than the Tetris?
I actually don't know. Maybe. The thing is, I don't like ever. I don't even remember the last time I've seen dually sculptures.
That's true. I mean, nobody uses them, and nobody who uses them is good with them. So that also does mess up the reputation I have for them. Well, okay, that thing they do where they like dodge roll then jump. I don't know if that's still a thing in Splatoon 3, but it's very annoying.
Let me try it. I think I can. Think I can do it. Yeah, it's a thing. I think.
Okay, it's still a thing. Okay, then that probably makes it better than the Tetris actually, because the kit's better, I think.
Yeah.
No, okay, for the Forge Flower Shot Pro, do you think that's better than the Tetra Dualies because of the kit? I'm thinking it is.
Probably. Yeah.
How about Splat Roller and Dynamo Roller? You think those are better than Tetris? Tetris just falling down right now. I think Tetra's still
Okay.
good.
I think Flat Roller is better than Tetris, but I don't think the Dynamo is.
Okay, so you think that's where we draw the line? And then Squeezer. You think Squeezer
Yeah.
should stay there? Squeezer is very annoying. I will say that. I don't think
I don't
the
know.
Squeezer's not
What
the
do you
best
think?
inking gun. It's not the best inking gun. I mean, it has like the turf ink mode, but it just sometimes just doesn't do a good job at that. Like splat zones, it's mostly for killing. It's actually pretty much entirely for killing.
I don't see the Squeezer that often either anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to use.
Do you think? Do you think it belongs in high B?
Um, I, don't know, I just remember the Splatoon 3 days and the Splatoon 2 days where like Squeezer was really, really good. Like the bubble combo.
Yeah.
And I just can't get that image on my head.
Yeah.
Like the super scary Squeezer that just walks up and then you die. And you're like, oh, splatted by bubble blower. I didn't even see it happen, but I died.
Yeah, that's like one of those when you go to that horror house and there's the creepy people walking inside it and they try to scare people and they walk up to you and just get all up in your face. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
So it's probably high B tier, but I mean, I just really hate to do that to the Squeezer. I don't think the Nova's that good, so I think it's fine. We might need to move the Zinc Mini Splatling down, now that I think about it. I don't see that much of it, and I don't die to it very often.
Yeah.
I think it's better than the,
Why don't we put it... Yeah, better than Dapple, probably.
Okay, do you think we should move Ballpoint and Bamboozler down? I think they're both kind of trash. And looking at some of the guns we have in C tier, we probably need to move them down. Or at least lower down the list.
Yeah.
I plan to move Tentebrella down. Do
Okay.
you think, how good do you think Tentebrella is? Because I think I might have it too high.
Yeah, I kind of want to put it high C.
Like worse than the Bamboozler, you think? It probably is, yeah. How about the Ballpoint?
Also,
Do you think the Ballpoint's worse than the Bamboozler? I think it probably is.
Yeah. One
Put it high
thing.
C tier.
I don't know if it's been bothering you, but do you think the Clash Buster should go lower? Because I feel like it kind of belongs in F tier. Is that just me?
No, I hate. If you want to put it in F tier, okay,
Like,
no, I'm doing it. It's going. Actually, I'm in such a mood right now. I'm gonna put it bottom of F tier. I think the undercover is Brella, because if you play the undercover, at least you know you're memeing. If you play the Clash Blaster, you genuinely think you're okay. You're not a okay person. If you play the Clash Buster, please go get help. I agree with it was bugging me. I'm just gonna put it in F because I really want to see it in F. Like it
Like,
belongs there with that gun.
like it genuinely looks like it belongs in F. Like
Just
it does.
it feels like to watching. I'm gonna move some other guys down to D because I think these guns are just a cut below the rest.
Yeah, they belong there too.
Yeah, okay, so I think this is better. Do you think that's because I think
Like if you use the Clash Blaster, you need a therapist, like right now. Please.
I agree. I mean, the only problem is I used to use it back in the day. My highest splat game for
Let's
the
just
longest
assume
time,
that.
back in Splatoon 2 when I used stick controls. Yeah, I was a bad person. But now I saw the light. I switched over to motion. I started playing the hype guns. You know how it is. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for new people.
I'm gonna put it bottom of F
We're
tier.
better.
Yeah. Okay. And for tower control, I might understand if you're kind of stupid playing Clash Blusher, but if it's not tower control, you actually have a mental issue and you're just a terrible person who hates other people and yourself. Okay, that's my rant. I'll have to be done with that. Do you think the Big Swig
Yeah.
is the worst gun that you can still do okay with? Because I think everything in D tier, you just can't be good with it. Like, you can play them, but you just won't be good.
Yeah.
Like, I see all those guns, I'm like, you just
Do
can't
I
play
have
that and get wins. I think Big Swig is the worst gun that you can still actually get, like, consistent results with.
Okay. The horizontal swing doesn't one hit, right?
No, it literally
Or is it
cannot one hit.
vertical?
No, the vertical can one hit, the horizontal cannot. Like, I think even point blank it can't one hit.
Yeah.
Also, the .96 gal I'm looking at right now, for some reason it feels like it doesn't belong wherever it is. Well, no. I guess it's okay where it is. I'm pretty happy with this.
Do you think maybe the .96 gal belongs in? Wait, or is it the .52 gal? I can't remember.
The .96 is a long-range bad one. That's what you're saying?
Do you think .52 gal? I feel like it should maybe be in high S.
I think it's X tier.
Do you think that too?
I've always hated the gal.
Okay.
Like, it's easy, and I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I understand what you're
To be honest,
saying,
I
because...
did use it for
Yeah, so did I. At the end of Splatoon 2, I was done, like, I want to just win every game I played since the game was almost over, so I switched over to the Kenza .52 gal. I was like, I'm done, like, you know, having to actually work for the wins. I'm just gonna literally just get free wins. Let's see, I feel like I think, like, we both have a very, like, high opinion of the ballpoint splatling, honestly, because, like, I never see them, and I never see good ones. But I feel like it could be a very good gun, potentially. And
Yeah.
I feel like it's a really cool gun to watch too.
It is.
So yeah, we'll put it there. And then for C tier, of all these guns, which one do you think is the best? Splash Shot Pro, I guess. Still, I like how we have it, but I feel like we have something wrong. I think Squidifer should go higher.
Yeah.
I think top of C tier. I think Squidford could still be annoying. I just don't see that many.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think the brush should go a little lower. Like I think the dapple doolies are better than.
Okay, yeah.
Because it
Let's re
has hammer. Hammer's
yeah. I
so
love
bad.
Hammer. I love Hammer because I love to kill Hammer. I don't love playing Hammer. I think we need to reorganize D tier. I don't think that's sorted very well. I think Sploosh-O-Matic's worst
Yeah.
gun in I think Sploosh-O-Matic's the worst gun in D tier, definitely. I think the nozzle noses need to go down farther.
Okay.
I think the aerospray's better. I think it's better than that. Heck, I think it's better than that.
I think. I think the Luna Blaster should go along with Sploosh, probably
I think it's better than Sploosh.
somewhere. Okay,
Do you,
actually,
do you think
I
it's that
think it
bad?
should go in between the umbrella. No, I think it should go in between the umbrella and the H3 nozzle nose. I can't speak.
You think it's that bad?
Yeah.
We have both Luna's low tier, so I guess that makes sense. I don't think the kit's that bad. I mean, it has Zipcaster, I guess. So yeah, it's true. I mean, it is pretty bad.
Like, the range is so bad that most guns can destroy it, I think.
Yeah, it's probably one. I think it's the worst blaster, besides Clash. But I think Clash is actually better than Luna because it has more
Really?
range. I do.
Maybe.
I'm gonna move it
The
out of.
range?
Yeah, I think no. I think Clash is better than Luna for the range and special. I'll move it off F tier just because people like will think I'm like kind of dumb, petty. Actually, what if I name F tier Clash Blaster tier? I'm just gonna name F tier Clash Blaster. Or
I'm
there
gonna
we
guess
go.
the range real quick. Okay. Right here.
I'm pretty happy with this.
The range is actually almost identical.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, they're extremely close.
Yeah, the difference is the Clash Blaster can just hold down the trigger and the Luna has to try to get close. I think the Clash is better than Luna.
Um, the Luna also is matter like a blast radius, if that makes sense.
It has a bigger blast radius.
Yeah.
I would have never
How about
expected that.
this? Do you want to put the Clash Blaster and the Luna Blaster in F tier?
I do, but the problem is I don't think that's true. I think they're better than the nozzle noses.
Yeah,
I think the
only
I think the Clash Blaster is better than the Aerospray too, because both are guns you don't have to aim with, but people cannot build the Clash Blaster. So I like if this was a different tier list, I'd put them both in F, and I was really happy to put Clash in F, but I just don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
I need to turn off my nightlight because
Is there
dang, it's bad. Let's see.
Is there anything you would change though?
I'm trying to look. Do you see anything? This looks pretty dang good to me.
Yeah, like
It just feels right.
okay, one thing I might change. I think the reflex should go a little further down. I think Rapid Blaster Pro should go right above it.
Oh, okay. I think the rap is just a little better. Okay, like, are
Yeah.
your teams? I want to move the Chargers. I think scope's better than no scope. I think the scope version is better.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna change that real quick. Okay, I like this. I think I'm done.